glanced out of the rain-soaked window, my reflection wavering in the dimly lit train cabin. The rhythmic clatter of wheels on the tracks was hypnotic, lulling me into a sense of uneasy calm. It was a night like any other, or so I thought, as I embarked on a journey that would forever haunt my dreams. The train was a relic of another era, a vintage locomotive that had seen better days. Its compartments were adorned with tarnished brass and worn leather seats, and the persistent squeaks of the carriage added an eerie ambience to the otherwise silent night. The only other passenger in my cabin was a solitary man who sat across from me, his face concealed in the shadows of his bowler hat. As the train made its way through the desolate countryside, the feeling of isolation crept over me. The windows revealed a vast expanse of darkness, occasionally illuminated by the pale glow of a full moon. I couldn't shake the sensation that something was amiss, a lingering unease that settled in the pit of my stomach. The stranger seated opposite me remained motionless, his gaze fixed on the floor. I cleared my throat and initiated a conversation, seeking to break the eerie silence. But his response was unsettling, a monotonous, almost mechanical voice that sent shivers down my spine. "I am a traveler of misfortune," he declared, his words dripping with dread. I tried to dismiss his strange comment as the ramblings of a madman, but the air inside the cabin grew heavier, filled with an inexplicable dread. My curiosity, mixed with mounting fear, compelled me to inquire further. "What do you mean by a traveler of misfortune?" The man leaned forward, the dim light revealing a sinister grin beneath his hat. "I have journeyed to places where the boundaries of reality blur, where the living and the dead coexist. I have seen things that would drive a sane man to madness." As his voice resonated through the cabin, the train suddenly shuddered to a halt. The lights flickered and then died, leaving us in utter darkness. Panic clawed at my chest, but the stranger seemed undisturbed. His eerie laughter echoed in the void as he continued, "We have reached my destination." The silence was oppressive, broken only by the sound of my frantic breathing. My trembling hand reached for my pocket, fumbling for a flashlight. As the beam of light cut through the obscurity, I saw the train cabin had transformed. The windows were now shattered, and the exterior landscape was an otherworldly nightmare. Twisted trees, spectral figures, and a blood-red moon loomed beyond. The man in the bowler hat had vanished, leaving behind only his malevolent laughter. The carriage was no longer stationary, it was hurtling through a realm of nightmare. Desperate, I clung to the flashlight as if it were a lifeline, the beam revealing grotesque creatures that lined the train's passage. I was trapped in a realm where the fabric of reality had disintegrated, a place where time and space were in perpetual flux. The man's ominous warning echoed in my mind, and I realized with chilling clarity that I had become a traveler of misfortune, a prisoner in a world beyond comprehension. Hours turned into an eternity as I navigated the nightmarish landscape, my heart pounding and my sanity teetering on the brink. Then, as abruptly as it had begun, the train jolted back to life, its interior returning to the mundane world. I stumbled out of the cabin, disoriented and terrified, as the train pulled into a well-lit station. To this day, I cannot be certain whether I had truly experienced a malevolent realm or if it was a nightmarish illusion brought on by exhaustion and fear. But one thing is undeniable. I am a traveler forever haunted by the disturbing, true traveling horror story that unfolded that night, a tale I can never forget. And every time I close my eyes, I fear the possibility of once again boarding a train to a destination unknown, where the boundaries of reality blur and the living and the dead coexist.